on me. The Bible says that the many people that were around him began to tell him, hold your peace. They told him, they said, hold your peace. Calm down. What they did not understand is his need and his desire. They tried to shut him up and they tried to shut him down during the time when he needed his breakthrough the most. During the time when he was faced with a now or never situation, they told him to hold his peace. The Bible says that this blind begging man by the name of Bartimaeus began to open up his mouth, and out of sheer desperation for what he needed from the Lord, he began to cry out even the more. He tried it one more time and he hollered louder than he did the last time. Now I just got one question for the house this morning. Are there any folk in the house this morning that came to church with a holler in your spirit? A holler that says, I didn't come for church as usual, but I came with a hunger and a thirst after righteousness. You want to get comfortable and bold enough to look at folk and tell them, so what if my praise disturbs your space? So what if my holler makes you uncomfortable? So what if my dance annoys and frustrates you? But I came to get exactly what I need from God in this season of my life. And I came to get it right now. And I refuse to let him go until he bless me. Somebody shout desperate. I refuse to let him go. I refuse. I need y'all to stay with me. We're going somewhere. Holler. To holler was blind begging Bartimaeus' last choice and only alternative. He had no other option but to cry out to the man that he heard about. He heard that this man opened blinded eyes. He heard that this man caused the lame to walk and the dumb to talk. This same man rose people from the dead. I had no other choice but holler, because if he did it for them, I'm certain he'll do it for me. I had no other alternative but to holler. The faith that he had right in the middle of his desperate situation rose up and said, this has got to work. Look at your neighbor and say, this has got to work. Come on and tell him this has got to work. Come on one more time and say, it's got to work. I know you tried it before, but this time it's got to work. I'm in a desperate state now, so this time it's got to work. I may have failed last time, but this time it's got to work. I may have given up last time, but this time it's got to work. They may have slammed doors in my face, but this time it's got to work. Tell somebody it's got to work. It's got to work. It's got to work. I said it's got to work. What you tripping about? This time it's got to work. What you hanging your head for? This time it's got to work. What you walking around depressed for? I said this time. It's got to work. So the Bible says that Jesus heard the cry. He heard the cry because blind Bartimaeus said it's got to work. I don't have nothing else to lose, baby. This time it's got to work. So I come to let you know that it's okay if you feel a holler rising up out of your spirit. Holler if you want to holler.